3-year-old who was shot and killed was in court today. DeAndre Pruitt is charged with reckless homicide and child neglect. Police say Aiden Pruitt was playing with a gun when it went off. His mom said DeAndre then ran out of the apartment and drove away. The 3-year-old later died at the hospital. Pruitt later surrendered to police. Today, Detective Joseph Standon explained what Pruitt told him happened.
So the defendant said he was in a back bedroom, again, seated in front of a television, playing video games. His girlfriend had just brought him a plate of food, which she had set in his lap. From there, he had pulled a pistol from his right pocket and set it on the ground next to him. And then shortly after, he said he heard a pop and looked over and saw his child falling backwards.
Yeah, the judge denied lowering Pruitt's $125,000 bond because of his criminal history.
Arrested after 3-year-old son dies from gunshot wound to the head a year after daughter is fatally shot. Nashville, Tennessee. A 23-year-old man surrendered to police a day after his 3-year-old son fatally shot himself in the head with the man's pistol. On Wednesday, July the 24th, just before 9 p.m., Metro Police Department officers were called to an apartment on Oakwood Avenue regarding a child shot. The boy, Aiden Pruitt, was taken to Vanderbilt Children's Hospital where he was pronounced deceased. The boy's mother told police that she heard a loud pop from her bedroom, and moments later, DeAndre Pruitt ran out and drove away in a Kia Soul. Police began searching for Pruitt to question him about the shooting that led to his toddler son's death. Pruitt worked with a pastor and turned himself in at a church on the afternoon of Thursday, July 25th. According to Metro Nashville Police, Pruitt told detectives he took out a pistol from his pocket and put it on his bedroom floor. He allegedly claimed he didn't realize Aiden was present in the bedroom when the child picked up the gun and shot himself in the head. Pruitt was arrested and charged with reckless homicide, child neglect, and evidence tampering. News reports Pruitt's daughter, Kalia Frazier, was killed in a drive-by shooting last year. On May the 30th, 2023, Frazier was in the back seat of Malibu when a car pulled up at a red light and someone in the vehicle started shooting. Police say it was a non-random targeted shooting. Frazier, 4 years old, was shot in the head and died the next day. 2-year-old twin boys were in the car too. One boy sustained a non-critical wound to the head, while the other child was uninjured. Metro Police said Pruitt drove 3 miles to a store where the children's mother worked and called paramedics from there. 4 people were arrested in connection with her death.
People police believe are responsible for ending this precious little girl's life are scheduled to face a judge today. All 4 at the same time.
That's right. Now, Tony Sloan's live from the Birch Building where the young men will be in court later this morning. And Tony, this is actually the first appearance for one of them after actually trying to make a run for it in North Carolina. Is that right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. He was actually caught and brought back to Nashville on June 27th. But police say there's no clear motive as to why this shooting even happened in the first place. That's one of the scariest parts about this. We've all been at a stoplight before, and you never really think about the dangers of it. But in this case, police say this shooting, it happened at a red light on Dickerson Pike, where these 4 men, all under the age of 25 years old, followed a black Chevy Malibu to that stoplight, pulled up next to that car, started shooting, and then sped off in what police called a targeted shooting. This is back in May. Now, the driver was shot in the left arm, a 2-year-old was grazed by a bullet, and 4-year-old Talia Frazier, she was shot in the head. She died the next day. The driver and that 2-year-old did recover, After rescheduled court dates over the past months, all 4 of those suspects in the shooting, they will be in court together, facing multiple charges, including criminal homicide. And like you said, this will be the first court appearance for that 4th suspect, 19-year-old Lemurian Buchanan. He was extradited to Nashville again on June 27th after he was caught in North Carolina. The other 3 suspects are 23-year-old Trey Dennis, 20-year-old Kamari Johnson, and 18-year-old Kenlando Lewis. They are expected inside this building behind me at 9:15 this morning. For the first time, all of them, they will be in the face of a judge for that shooting of those 3 people and the death of that 4-year-old Talia Frazier. We'll keep you updated on what happens.